This is my start of my YouTube channel. I have a goal that I want to be able to travel across the country on a motorcycle in the near future, hopefully within a few years. I don't have a motorcycle yet. I haven't even passed the MSF course. I'm trying to turn my life around. Right now, I'm stuck like in a corporate job doing an 8 to 5 essentially every day. And I feel my life just slipping away, and I hate that. So I was like, you know what? Why not motorcycling? It sounds fun. I like to take pictures a lot. I love adventure. I think it's perfect to be outside on a motorcycle, traveling the country, stopping at cool places, meeting new people, and taking pictures and documenting my journey. That sounds really fun. And I want to document that here on YouTube. So I'm making this YouTube channel just for that. And with the goal to reach all across the country on my motorcycle. That's still a little subjective. I don't know what roads to take or anything, but we'll get there. That's my goal. And it starts with discipline. I don't have any discipline whatsoever. As you can see, my room is a mess. Also, granted, I'm in the middle of moving apartments, so things are a mess kind of right now. But it starts with doing 50 push-ups a day. I'm gonna be trying to do 25 in the morning. Right now it's the morning, 25 in the afternoon. I just looked up a video on how to do a correct push-up. Shout out to, let me get there. You. Shout out to Upright Health for teaching me how to do a correct push-up. I'll link his YouTube video in the comments in the description. I probably won't be able to do 25, but I'll work my way up there, little increments. So, following his advice. So, get up straight, arms shoulder width apart. Activate your glutes, your torso, your abs. Head straight like this, and then we keep our forearms straight as we go down. Try not to face plant. That's a lot harder than what I've known before. We gotta do a proper push-up. That's hard. We'll do it again in the afternoon, and then every day I'll try to get at least one more push-up in per day. But we'll see. I don't want to limit myself now, so I'm gonna do as many as I can. So let's try to do at least 3 more. See you later in the afternoon. Another reason I wanted to mention as to why I'm doing push-ups is not just for the discipline part of it. I think you need to be fit and healthy in order to ride a motorcycle without causing too much damage to yourself or those around you. And so I want to achieve that level of healthiness and fitness. And I think push-ups is a great way to start, activating your core, getting into that discipline mindset. And so, yeah, that's the other part of the reason, because what if I drop my motorcycle in the middle of the road in a highway away from people? I'm gonna have to be able to I need to pick up that guy by myself, right? So, as I've said before earlier in the video, I want to buy a bike and travel across the United States. And I know I said a little bit of the motivation as to why I wanted to do that there in the video, but I wanted to elaborate a little more here. So it's the afternoon already. I did the other 6 push-ups. Tomorrow I'm aiming for 7. But yeah, besides the point. The reason why I want to travel can trickle down to 3 main reasons. I might have to go through the side a little bit here because I want to get to the top. Number 1 being, and I feel like this is a pretty common one with people who, buy a motorcycle and travel around. Number 1 being, I want to explore more. The United States is huge. There's so many things you can do out here. And, working from an 8 to 5, like I mentioned earlier, at a corporate job, it's been draining me, honestly. It's been draining me a lot. Not physically, but mentally. In a way, physically too, because you're sitting at a desk for 9 hours, essentially. 1 hour lunch break, whatever. And we as humans, we're not meant to be just sitting at a desk. Our body is not built for that, Through evolution, we were meant to be active and walking about, running, being physically active. And so just sitting down the whole time, I feel like it slowly kills you. And that's not good, right? You'll end up dying a lot earlier than
the retirement age, right? Because hooray, let's work our whole lives, 40 years, and then finally be able to um, afford a good living once we reach like 65 years old. And they keep pushing that age limit up. That's not for me. So that's the main reason. I want to explore the world more. I want to be more active. So just to clarify, I can already hear people asking me these sorts of things. No, I'm not quitting my corporate job. Uh, I'm gonna stay with my corporate job. It's my only source of income, so I need it to survive. Rather, I'll probably be taking some PTO off whenever I'm ready to do the cross country road trip. So no, I'm not quitting my corporate job. That's still my main gig. Another thing, Elmo. Yes, you're sitting in an office like 9 hours a day, but then now you're gonna be sitting in a bike for 9 hours a day. Like, what's the difference? There's a big difference. One thing is sitting in an office looking at a computer screen, not moving at all, no change in environment. That's really draining. The other thing is exploring, having the freedom to stop whenever I want, to take a break, to stretch, walk around, explore new places. I don't have to be sitting on my bike 9 hours a day. If I wanted to travel some long distance, hell yeah, I'll do it, but I don't have to. I have that flexibility and that freedom to do what I want at that point. And that's mainly what I'm looking for from that first point. But anyways, yeah, back to the video. Reason number 2. That would mainly be because, how do I put this? I want to be able to achieve my goals, or have a set goal that I have in mind, that I can say, hey, I had this goal and I achieved it, I made it. I've had a lot of goals even before this, I've had some failed YouTube attempts and stuff like that, but it's always been the same case of me essentially starting a project, let's see if I can block the wind here. Hopefully the sound doesn't have too much wind noise. If it does, I apologize. I'm working on getting a new mic to fix this issue, so hopefully next video will be way better wind-wise. Noise-wise, we have a little bit of wind here. Anyways, I'm getting off the point. I've always set goals, and I've never been able to follow through with them completely. I start the goal, very enthusiastically, and I realize, halfway there, not even halfway there, I start it, a few weeks down the line, I lose motivation, and I just stop, and I feel like maybe this is something common that happens with others, or maybe not, but, it's that initial step where I'm able to do it, but then I just kind of trail off, and I started to realize that I can't be living off of just motivation alone, because motivation is not going to be the one and only thing that should drive you forward, right? Because sometimes you will have motivations, other times you won't have motivation, and in those days that you don't have motivation is when it's truly testing yourself to see if you're going to follow through or not with what you set to achieve. And so I'm making this YouTube channel as sort of a way to keep myself accountable and follow through with those goals that I've set. And so I'm making this public, and so you guys out there will be essentially holding me accountable, or as a way for me to hold myself accountable. Is this angle better? I'm learning this whole recording thing, so I apologize for that. So keep myself accountable. Number 2 goal. That's the second goal. And the third goal number 3 is to grow as an individual. This kind of ties back a little bit to goal number 2, but in a different sort of way. I'm a very introverted individual, like hella introverted. I not necessarily hate, I think hate is a strong word, interactions with others. I actually do enjoy interactions with other people. It's just that it's that initial phase when I get to meet someone new where I'm like super shy. It reminded me of a song by New Jeans. I was showing a little bit of the music that I listen to, where I'm super shy essentially, and I kind of shut myself off from others, especially if I don't know them. or if I'm meeting them for the first time. And so maybe it's probably the way I grew up or something, but being around other people or like going to new events and stuff, I tend to always leave early. You know, I do the Irish exit where you just leave without telling anyone. I'm that guy, or was that guy. I'm trying to change. And so I've realized, and I've come to the realization that, you know, it's okay to be nervous, but I should always try to push myself a little bit outside of my comfort zone whenever possible. Um, as right now, I'm doing that. There's not many people around. You know, there's some few people walking here and there, so it's a little nerve-wracking for me. Because in my head, they're like, "Oh my God, they're seeing me. What is this guy doing out here?" Right? So I guess I do care what people think about me, but I'm trying to get over that, right? Kind of went off a little tangent there. I've come to the realization that, yeah, putting myself in those uncomfortable situations can lead to really good results. I'll share a little story. Just recently, a few months ago, or maybe not a few months ago, maybe like a year ago, I went to this music event. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a DJ, and I'm a music producer. I produce a progressive house, electronic music, which I'll link down in the description if you guys are interested in that. I have a new song coming out up soon. Shameless plug. But anyways, besides the point, I decided to go to this event where they're going to play music live. And it was a small group of people. And, you know, I put myself outside the comfort zone. I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to this event. Even though I'm nervous as hell, I'm still going to go and I'm going to talk to people. And so I went. The talking to people was a little tough for me, but you know, these people were nice. These people initiated conversations with me, and a few of them were like, "Hey, I recognize you," and from like a previous event that you came to, which was a way bigger event, and they were like, "Thank you for coming out all the way here." By the way, I lived like an hour away, so they were like, "Wow, you drove all the way an hour here for this event," and it was really nice. I made some of the closest friends that I have right now. I made some really good friends at that event that I still talk to and I still interact with on like a weekly basis essentially. And now I'm part of like the group that runs like a lot of shows here where I'm from. So it's really nice how putting yourself in those types of situations can lead to unexpected but welcome results. And so that's sort of a way that I'm trying to grow as an individual too. I'm trying to tour the United States, go to these little towns, meet new people, and put myself in those uncomfortable situations so that I can learn from new people and different experiences and grow as an individual myself. Beautiful. We have a beautiful lake right here next to us. But yeah, third reason, essentially, grow as an individual and have new experiences. Essentially, I'm trying to be the best person. I'm trying to be the best version of myself, and it's taking little steps, little tiny steps, little by little. I hope to get there, and so yeah, these are the three main reasons. I feel like this is such a cliche ending. These are the three main reasons why I'm doing this. I'm sorry I don't have a better ending for you guys, but I hope to get better at this YouTube thing. This is my first time doing like a live thing where like I actually show my face and talk in front of others. So yeah, thank you for being here, following along my journey. I'll try to be posting at least once a week. For these first few weeks, I guess it'll be kind of lackluster. I don't know if that's a word. I've heard that before, but it sounds appropriate in this like sense. Maybe it's lackluster, but anyways, I'll look up the definition later. Maybe I'll put a description on what it means here. This first few weeks will probably be a little lackluster because I don't have a bike, so I don't really have anything to like show you guys. Like, hey guys, look, me riding. I'm trying to what I'm thinking of doing is with this YouTube channel is essentially posting my progress, obviously, but also at the same time sharing a little bit of my photography. So that kind of ties it along to the first goal. So I'm a huge photography nerd. Um, I love doing a lot of street photography, and so a goal of mine with this YouTube channel is kind of like a subsidiary goal to the first goal. It's essentially trying to do photography across different parts of the nation. Um, because I just absolutely love photography, and I love sharing it with others, and the emotions they can convey through images alone is just mind blowing to me, right? And so I'll be sharing a little bit of photography here and there. Maybe in the upcoming YouTube video, I'll share a little bit, maybe a topic that we can talk about, and just do photography on the journey while we talk about that. I'm repeating a lot of words. So once I start getting to writing, I expect to be learning first how to ride the motorcycle, getting good at it. You know, doing a lot of drills. I've been watching a lot of Motojitsu videos, and it seems like he has a good app, which I am going to check out. And so I'll be doing a lot of drills on that. It'll be a little bit of photography of places that I explore around. So it'll be like, here I am on my motorcycle, and we'll stop to take a little picture, share that with you guys, and while just talking my thoughts. So thank you guys so much for watching up to this. If you guys want to follow along with the journey, feel free to subscribe, and mention something about this that you found interesting. I'll be happy to talk with you guys and chat more. So catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.